infrastructure to quarantine each new traveler for 2 weeks to see like if they're carrying anything.
Yeah,
So
I see.
I actually think that prevention is better than cure. I guess.
Wow. So what about the people that traveled to these countries and need to return? And for those of them that also came to China and need to, go back to their various countries, is it fair to them? Why don't you quarantine them? Why don't you quarantine them for that 14 days period or 14-day period? And then when everything goes fine, you just release them to go back to their businesses and just go back to where they came from.
What do you mean, like if someone comes from outside of China,
Yeah,
or if someone comes from outside of China in China and then they want to leave,
yeah,
they're in China, goes to another country.
yes, exactly.
Um, I don't think any country wants to quarantine anyone for 2 weeks.
It's possible you could do that. I know you just dedicate. Okay.
A lot of countries don't have the budget to do this. To be honest, a lot of countries don't, and they don't want to allocate a lot of they don't want to allocate money
Resources to that.
that
Yeah, I know. There's a whole lot that comes to it. There's a whole lot that comes to the quarantine. For example, you need to get structures to hold the people there. You have to feed them. You have to get them to be communicating with their families. There's a whole lot that comes with the quarantine. So, is it fair? Is it fair? Because how much does it really cost? How much does it really cost? Countries can handle that, I believe.
I don't believe so. Some things are more important than money,
I see. That's life, right?
Yeah.
I'll tip you off with what happened today. We've been the regulation is don't go anywhere. Today, I went out with Obing. Our amazing cameraman and friend and everything. We just had a chill out, not flouting the orders that has been given to us, but just to get some fresh air. And we made sure that we don't go to places where there are volumes of people or there are huge numbers over there. And it was so bright and nice, and you still see that people are really hiding in their rooms. They kept themselves in their rooms. The streets are empty. It's so funny how people are reacting to that. I personally didn't think Chinese would adhere to that. There are struggles here and there in the buses and everything. They're trying to tell people to put on their mask, and some are denying or they are just neglecting to put it on. Hey, welcome, Brent. You were lost.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. What's up, man? I was trying to catch on the conversation as it was progressing, but I'm here.
Okay. So, do you want to share with us on your, 2020?
The 2020 and what it entails so far, meaning what's happening around us and everything.
Yes.
Well, for me, as I said before, it just started, but that doesn't mean that our hopes should be down about it. It's not the best year, of course, when it started, but hey, you don't know what the future holds, and later on in the year, it might be something of a turnaround from what we started. A lot has happened in January, but that doesn't mean that we should despair about what the future may hold.
But this turnaround could take a long time, I think. It could take a long time.
Maybe. Yes, maybe. But at the same time, you're not supposed to, give up on it. You can't be pessimistic. You should be optimistic about what the future may hold.
It sounded as though, and maybe this is what it came to. It sounded as though we're just talking about what's happening in China. But what we wanted to talk about was a general point of view, 2020 across the world, and what to expect. You see, when we kept on talking about, it was about, in January, what has happened in Australia, what has happened in Libya, what has happened in the United States, with all the impeachment and stuff, the declaration, what has happened in Iran, there is a whole lot to that, man. The civil wars in Yemen, crazy. And then ultimately, the biggest of the biggest, that is China. You see, so it's all across the world. It's all over the world. It's all over the world.
Your background noise is a bit loud.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Alfie, I was about to say, you also have to remember that bad news travels way faster than good news. So
Mm-hmm.
there may be good going on, but we just may not know because it's overshadowed, you know?
What are some of the good news we can we can fish out? I wish we can fish out some good news. I really agree with you. I really agree with you. Bad news travels faster and louder than good news. You know, but this is the scale. I think I still look at the scale, how they weigh against each other. You know, what could be the best news that we can hear about the world? Of course, there are a lot of us that are living. This whole thing has not taken away the whole of humanity. The 7 billion people. We still look at, and Tariq, don't let this get to you, but like you kept on saying, it was just a tiny fraction of the world's population that was gone. Yeah. So, Brent. Hi, Brent. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Brent, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
1720, there was a pandemic on a large scale, the bubonic plague. 1820, there was a pandemic, cholera pandemic that occurred in 1820. In 1920, there was a Spanish flu that took 100 years. It happened 100 years ago, of course, and it took the life of about 100 million people nationwide, or the worldwide. There is a pattern to what is happening. Do you think there are people that are orchestrating it, that are doing this, or do you think it's just happened? They are just happening. It's just an occurrence, is a coincidence.
As a guy who likes conspiracy things, I always, challenge my mind in terms of what people are capable of and not capable of.
Okay.
In terms of doing this, I'm not 100% in accordance with thinking that it's a man-made disaster we are occurring or going through right now. I think it's naturally, but then again, you can rule out the possibility of this being some kind of biological warfare where the end result is a means for monetary gain. But throughout history, as we can see in the 1720, 1820, 1920, and now
Yeah.
20, it seems like it's always something catastrophic that pushes its face to mankind and challenges mankind's survivability. But I can argue also Joe's past times as well. We definitely know it's not man-made. We definitely know. In 1720, we know it was not orchestrated by man. 1820 again. 1920 again. So now it's 2020. People are now saying, hey, it might be, some devious person that will
Yeah.
do this to everyone.
Yeah.
So, there are two sides to an argument. And loving a conspiracy,
Mm-hmm.
you still have to be objective. You can't just, like the mysterious or the dire or the extremely severe. You have to be objective towards everything. So honestly, right now I don't have a set stance whether or not it's man-made or naturally. But everything is possible right now.
So there is no connection anywhere.
Alfie, I have a question. What was those?
Yes.
What were those things you're connecting? The Spanish flu, the what else?
Yeah.
Cholera, bubonic plague, Spanish flu.
Alfie.
Yeah. It started from bubonic plague, okay, and that happened in Marseille. It took almost about 100,000 people. It killed 100,000 people. Do we need to, and then we have 100,000 deaths again in Asia for the cholera pandemic, and then we come to 100 million because out of it was 500 million people that were infected and then 100 died. 2020, we know the numbers it's still growing, and we hope that it doesn't go beyond 100,000. We are still around close to 20,000. Should it get to 100,000 before we think it's really serious? There is a connection. There is anything? Is mm-hmm. Cherokee. Okay. All right, Brent. We actually had a a whole lot of conversations before you joined in. You joined it a bit late. Do you think this is going to end soon?
We all know how a pandemic occurs and exactly how we come about being creating a solution for it. It takes time.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. So for an immediate result to happen or solution to happen, I don't think that's within the realm of say 1 month or 2 months. Maybe after a certain point, for example, 3 months, 4 months, we'll start to hear
Mm-hmm.
they're working on a vaccine and different things and taking correct measures, knowing how to contain the virus and for it not to spread. So everything here takes a bit of time. Whether or not it will happen immediately, given that we have past experiences with different outbreaks,
Yeah.
not sure. Each outbreak is unique. Each disease is unique. So it takes time to come up with a vaccine to work around the problems of how the virus itself behaves. So
Taking a
I don't
look
think
at
that there will be a immediate result.
how things are being dealt with, it's possible that this is going to linger around for a bit. If this should span over 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, should we say that the year was not good?
Uh, I would not say that the year would not be good because as the months progress and as how the epidemic is still here, we know now how to handle it. It's not like we're clueless from the start and then we're going to be clueless again 3 months later.
Yeah.
As the days go by, we honestly know how to deal with it and how to prevent it and how to not spread it. And in the meantime, there are individuals who are working on the vaccines to make this much more manageable. So even if the plague, even if it continues down the year, I don't think we'll be as clueless as the start.
I hope that in about next year, about this time, I can have conversations with all of you like this. I'm gonna survive anyway, and all the team here, we're gonna survive, and we will still be doing what we are doing, and I mean, it will be bigger than this, you know. So we are very hopeful